Hi everyone, welcome back to the podcast. Good morning. Happy Friday. We have finally reached the weekend and I'm looking forward to this weekend more than other weekends because I'm also had a long, tiring week. It's been an excruciatingly long week with lots of things happening in the studio and outside the studio. So I'm really looking forward to the weekend. A lot of you have been messaging me on Instagram. I've been telling you guys, a lot of you that message me tomorrow. I'll get back to you, message me tomorrow, and I am sorry. I've just not had the bandwidth to reply to a lot of the messages because a lot of them do require a little bit of thought to reply, and I've just not had the bandwidth, so I don't want to give a half-assed reply and let you guys down. So I do want to take time to digest some of the questions you've asked in Instagram, so do bear with me and I will try and get through them and respond to them, especially over the weekend when I get some time. That being said, this is ideal topic when I'm talking about what I'm doing by myself. There's a concept called solopreneur. Solopreneur is an individual who operates a business entirely on their own without any partners or employees. Unlike entrepreneurs who might delegate various aspects of their business to operations and to a team, a solopreneur manages all facets of their business such as marketing, sales, customer service and product development all by themselves. So what is the points of a solopreneur? Solopreneur is independence and control. Solopreneurs have a complete control over their business and decisions and operations. They solely are responsible for the success and failures of their business. That is the main reason a lot of solopreneurs love being a solopreneur. Flexibility. Solopreneurs have the flexibility to choose their projects they work on and set their schedules, allowing them better work-life balance. Mind you, but most solopreneurs who I know don't seem to be having a great work-life balance because they're obsessed about their projects, because they're solopreneurs. Single-handed operations. All responsibilities from administration to tasks to decision-making lies with the solopreneur. They manage various roles of the tasks within their business, which, depending on the kind of business you're doing, can be an advantage, sometimes can be a disadvantage. Another advantage of being a solopreneur is limited resources. Since they operate alone, they often work in a limited resources and limited budgets. They can rely on technology, automation, and manage the various aspects of their business far more efficiently than having a team. Because sometimes teams can lead to confusion. And we all know the famous saying, the chain is strong as its weakest link. So if you have a weak link in your team is as good as that weak link. In a solopreneur environment, that is something you don't have to worry about. And most solopreneurs often interact directly with their clients and customers, allowing personalized service and also demanding significant time and effort from customers for customer relations. And the cost of their services also correlates with this direct hands-on approach which they offer their customers. So some customers prefer this, even if solopreneurs' services might be even astronomically higher than going to a regular company. Solopreneurs may also collaborate with other professionals and as freelancers and on a project basis, allowing them to network and pool in skills and resources very flexibly compared to other organizations. Usually in non-entrepreneurial organizations, there's so much of hierarchy, permission seeking, this, that. It gets really difficult. But when you're a solopreneur, you can move your offices, you can do whatever you want and work even from wherever you want, as and when you choose and as and when your work demands. But you have to always engage in continuous learning and enhance your skills and knowledges as you wear multiple hats and run multiple business operations being a solopreneur. All this comes with lots of risk and responsibility. End of the day, everything solely rests with you and you must navigate these challenges and uncertainties independently. But the trade-off is freedom and flexibility, and you get to choose the level of work you want to do, how much you want to do, and there's a lot less anxiety depending on the way your mental frame of mind is. It can lead to isolation. At the same time, it can also lower your pressure levels because there's no team or delivery schedule which is stuck to. That being said, many solopreneurs are shifting towards owning and fulfilling businesses that allow them to work on their own terms, prioritizing comfort and happiness over monumental financial success. Remember this, most solopreneurs, when they start their projects, it is not to make a lot of money. It is not for financial success. For them, their success is working on their own terms, prioritizing mental comfort and physical comfort and having happiness. A lot of YouTubers who started initially, who are become very big on YouTube are suffering from this because they entered YouTube and in the spirit of being a solo entrepreneur. But as their channel grew, as their demand from the audience grew, as they were catering to these audiences, the stresses started piling up. Demands of the algorithm started piling up. And they had severe anxiety, a lot of mental stress, which led to a lot of burnouts. So we've seen this happen to big YouTubers and very successful YouTubers having severe burnout where they've disappeared from their channels for months together and they've come back saying they've taken some time off to recharge, regroup and rethink how they want to go about doing this. Yes, initially when they did start, they didn't care about the money. But being human beings we are, once the money starts rolling in, it is very hard to not look at it. And when that starts counting and the algorithm starts putting pressure on you, suddenly you have to rethink this whole thing. So this is something to be cautious about. So a lot of solo entrepreneurs are moving away from this pursuit of $1 billion company and focusing instead on building businesses that yield comfort, happiness, and sense of fulfillment. This is what I've been harping on. And it allows them to have, because they value having control and aiming to be accountable only to themselves, they avoid trading for one boss to another, to getting entangled to endless client demands and meetings. That's why you see most of them on YouTube space doing this. Most YouTubers, I would say, are solo entrepreneurs in the beginning. And as their YouTube channel evolves and it grows, they move out of solo entrepreneur and they get into an entrepreneur realm. And that bridge is very hard to cross because once you get used to a life of a solo entrepreneur, it is very difficult to move into an entrepreneurial role. And the only caveat being is the money. When you become an entrepreneur, your demands for money and everything goes up financially. And the financial rewards also go up. But you cannot have that without having the responsibility of running a team and having an organization. Being a solo entrepreneur, you cannot become a billionaire. It's very difficult. As much as you like to imagine these big YouTube stars who are there on these channels, you think they're running their empire by themselves, like how they started out of their mother's kitchen. They're not. Most of them who have been on YouTube for a very long time, who have more than 5-6 million followers, like Mr. Beast and endless other lists which I don't want to mention because you guys know about them. They all have a huge team now. They have companies, they have formed incorporated organizations, and they have many people working for them. Long past in the rearview mirror is their solo entrepreneur days. But they do miss it because being a solo entrepreneur had its benefits, and that is your independence and freedom to do what you wish when you wanted to do. This is what I wanted to hit upon today. So if you are looking at the career option of saying, no, I don't want to do this 9-to-5 gig anymore, or even I don't want to do running a business anymore. I don't want to run this store, or I don't want to run this office where I have so many people working for me and who I'm responsible for. I rather look at the solo entrepreneur kind of a role where it's just me and I'm answerable to myself. I can be like a YouTuber, or I can be a blogger, or I can be an author. To remember the trade-off. Yes, you do get this work-life balance. You can set realistic revenue targets and you can have a priority of well-being over the endless hustle. At the same time, the trade-off is financial. The financial rewards may not be as magnificent as it was when you were working or when you were running your own business. So it's a trade-off. And if you ask me, if it is something which is good for you and it works for you, I would say go for it. And then that's the spirit of this channel, Be Rich. Be Rich is just not about accumulating a lot of money. Be Rich is about leading an enriched life and having a mental peace and feeling a life that is fulfilled. So this is some food for thought I've given you guys over the weekend to think about. If you're an entrepreneur, if you're a business person, or if you're working a 9-to-5 and you're thinking about branching off, doing something by yourself and away from the maddening crowd. Yes, you can do this, but do think about it and take stock. And the reverse is also true. Let's say you are doing something by yourself and you're a solo entrepreneur already. You're on YouTube, you're vlogging and blogging your journey in life. And that is how you are making your livelihood by running a Patreon channel. Very good for you. And you're thinking, I'm going to grow now. Money is coming in. If more money is coming, I need to expand. Be careful of the expansion. You don't want to fall back in the trap of being an entrepreneur or working another 9-to-5 job. This is some food for thought which I wanted to offer you guys. The pros and cons of being a solo entrepreneur in this day and age, in this digital age we live in. Thank you for watching the podcast today. Hope you have a wonderful Friday today, and let's see you on the weekend. Thank you.